You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast, the home of sports, gambling, entertainment, and whatever the hell else has gone on this week. So pull up a seat by the fire, crack open a cold one, and make sure to get your bets in. Welcome to the Pine Room. All right, hello everyone, and welcome to the Pine Room Podcast, episode 56? 56. We're here in the studio, loaded house today. We've been low on numbers the past couple weeks, but I got myself, Jeff, Matt, Chris, and Jarrett here in the studio. If you're just listening to this, we got the lights on, so you don't have to worry about any dark faces in here, because I guess people couldn't see our faces last time that we had the lights off. So
maybe we preferred that.
Yes, right.
Yeah. We're here in the studio. Up. Thank you for joining us here for episode 56. I can't believe we're this far already. It feels like we just started episode 1. I was actually listening to episode 1 a couple days ago.
How bad was that?
I mean, it wasn't horrible, but it just was.
I still never listened to it.
Oh.
I need to.
I'll put it. Maybe I'll.
Who was on that episode again?
Everybody.
I wasn't. I don't think.
Yeah, you were. Yes, you were.
I think you came
1?
late. I think you came late.
Oh, maybe I did come late.
For
episode
1?
I don't think. Are you sure?
I'm almost certain everybody was there. I'm almost certain. Actually, you might not have been there.
I don't think
you were there for the first couple episodes.
No, I was there.
You know what?
I was there for episode 2 because me and Matt were outside. Remember me and Matt?
That was technically episode 3 because episode 1 never.
Yeah, no.
Episode 0 never.
Episode 0, I definitely wasn't there for.
Hold on. So are you talking about?
I'm talking about episode 1. Episode 0.
Well, I was thinking episode 0. I think I've heard of 1.
Are we ever going to release episode 0?
We might have to.
Pine Room
so
Underground,
it's so bad.
Maybe
after episode 100.
Yeah, all right, yeah.
You're like one day if we have to miss, we all have commitments.
What we could do, we could come in here and we could react to it. We could talk about it.
Well, that'd be all right.
Yeah.
Listen and give commentary how stupid and terrible we sounded.
It was it had zero direction.
Well, I think at the end of the day, that might not be a bad sell for us when we're sitting in front of some big, corporate whatever, and we're like, hey, look what we were and what we are now. We can do the comparison.
That's what we say on the radio. We're trying to get better all the time.
So there you go.
Oh, we definitely got better. I mean, at least now we have some sort of flow. It was like we just sat down.
We didn't know what the fuck we were doing.
No idea.
Was it kind of like, all right, Jub, you go.
yeah, that's kind of, and it was really bad because even the first couple episodes, you would hit you would start a guy.
Guys would have to share a microphone.
He'd halfway through a sentence, and then the mic would get close to his face, and then it would sound good. But yeah, we did the best of what we had. I mean, that studio, they were nice enough to let us go into that studio and do whatever we wanted to do. But
we were sardines.
Yeah,
we were sardines in there.
Yeah, because I have a video of Soup.
Yeah, over there at the Capitol.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah,
I forgot about that.
Our rival now.
Our
rival.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
we're gonna have a
we're not available on iHeartRadio anymore.
No. Somebody asked me that the other day.
I never knew.
Does that? I don't know.
I've never even heard of anybody that uses iHeartRadio.
Well, it's not even iHeartRadio. It's called
I hear a lot of.
It's like Spreaker or something by iHeart or something. I don't know.
Stitcher?
I could be wrong. No.
I didn't even know it changed.
Spreaker.
I never heard that.
Because that's what we used
just hear
to be
people
on.
advertise for the iHeartRadio podcast.
The iHeartRadio Music Fest.
So I'm sorry.
Yep.
Is that a business that owns iHeart? Then is that what it is?
No, I think
iHeart
Spreaker
must own them.
Yeah, I think Spreaker's like a podcast platform for iHeart. I could be wrong.
I haven't heard of that. That's crazy.
Yeah, Jub, I remember because I think how many did you do at the old studio?
Oh, I think the first 5. The first 5 were there.
I think I came on maybe the second or third one. I was so fucking nervous. I'm like, oh man, if I'm gonna, these guys are all gonna be looking around.
He whacked down 2 chins over at the bridge.
I was just saying he did. You got a little buzz that one night.
He fucking whacked those things down in 5 minutes.
I mean,
their dad. He was like, "Oh, Chris, you need another one. Here's another one." It's like you didn't have any. You weren't able to answer. You just got it.
No.
God, I do remember.
He got you a styrofoam cup.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, to go cup.
I actually remember that, and I don't think I was there. That was for episode 0.
No, that was episode 2 or 3. That was like
okay, then maybe I was there. I remember that vaguely. But
because I was almost going to tell you. I was like, nah, Jub, I don't think I'm ready.
Yeah, because Jub messaged you and was like, hey, we're doing the cast today. We got a chair for you if you want to come down.
Yeah.
I thought you guys would judge me, and you guys were like you guys are like radio professionals or something.
Yeah. And look where we are now.
Yeah.
Look where we are now.
Wow. That's crazy,
big thing. boy, talk about a big thing that we've got coming. I'm not going to say it. I want to wait until we have our hands on it because I want to
until it's official.
Say it. I want to promote it as like a big event. But
well, you can mention the store items.
We can do that. Yeah, right now, if you're listening to this, you can go on to thepineroomshop.com and get a slew of new summer gear. Technically, it's not all summer gear, but some of it is.
It's a very summery day outside.
Yeah, you can get
beautiful.
43 degrees the high today.
I was looking that up. Isn't it nuts that like today, both in history was probably up in the 80s, like for temperature, and it was probably down around 15 sometime in history. Isn't that nuts?
Yeah.
What?
Anyway.
Hold on. You mean like temperature-wise?
I'm enamored.
Yeah. Temperature-wise.
You mean say one day that we actually had whatever year was in the 80s, and then we had another year that was in the
I was
15.
just agreeing with him because I wasn't
drastic.
He lost me, or I'm
but
just too
that variance took place like 200 years apart too.
Right.
So.
The highest record temperature today.
No, this is for our area.
I believe.
On Earth.
Well, actually, it says
Ecuador.
that. Okay, so the highest.
Get Zach Petty on the line.
Now, I don't know if this is right, unless this is just the highest temperature in general for Wheeling. But this says the highest recorded temperature ever was 103. I feel like it's been hotter than that.
Hold on, ever or May 2nd?
Wait, in May?
Well, that's what that's my thing. If it's forever, if it's like ever, then
I definitely think we've seen.
I don't even want to be alive.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
not on May though.
No, not in May. No, but he's saying just in general.
No, the way you said that.
If we saw 103 in May. There's
issues.
I couldn't.
We'd be spinning backwards.
No doubt.
Now this can't be right. It says the highest recorded temperature ever in Wheeling is 103 degrees.
That do you think it's a lot higher than that?
Yeah,
You think it's a lot?
Yeah,
you think it'll be a lot higher?
I don't think a lot higher, but I think we've hit like.
Maybe
I'm
feels
wrong.
like.
I know.
I mean, I remember like
the lowest temperature, which this has to be wrong because I know, unless this is just a general negative 16. Does that feel low?
Because the wind chill would be in the minus 35.
Yeah,
probably,
I could see that.
Like
See, I think that you're maybe misconstruing that.
I'm thinking of
just think flat out
base
temp.
temperature.
Yeah,
just
base
flat
temp.
temp.
No,
Yeah.
it feels like.
Yeah.
I guess base temperature if minus 16 is.
real quick though.
That's the night we go home. You take
know
my
what
ass
you're
home to the park.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I know what you're going to say.
I've never understood this. So why is the feels like temperature if
Because that's like if no air was moving.
Because the wind isn't blowing 24 hours.
But if the wind comes through, wouldn't it just lower the temperature?
Yeah, it does. But
Then why does it
that's
say-
what it feels like would be.
But the wind isn't
That's
blowing
the dumbest thing
Well, like,
ever.
wouldn't that
It's
still be
stupid.
the real temperature?
Right.
But it's not blowing all the time
Right.
and not
Yeah.
at the same speed. So
Right.
the higher
So
the wind pick up,
So it's
the colder
basically
it's
an
going to
average,
be. Yeah.
more or less.
Well,
At
okay.
Chris, I'm
some
glad
moments
you-
it's going to feel colder than minus 16 or whatever.
I've always
it is.
thought that, Chris.
What's today? The 5th.
Second.
Close.
Flip the two.
You're in the
upside
same
down.
week.
Yeah.
That's good enough for me.
So let's do.
It's just another thing to talk about with the weather. They
Oh,
just
yeah,
come
the
up with
weather.
that. You know, when they
What what was today's high?
I thought I saw
like
43.
it was
but-
low
44.
40s.
All right. Well, if you can go on a website, go check this out at home. It's called Wunderground. WUNDER.
Oh, yeah.
You can look at all the different temperatures of like history, and it looks like it's pretty evenly around like the high 50s, mid 60s. I'm trying to find it, see if there's any. I think like mid 2010s were pretty hot. Let's see if I'm right here. Yeah, mid May 2nd, 2015. It was just only 71, which is not crazy, but temperature.
I feel like you're underestimating the temperatures right now.
What?
Like I feel like you said that negative 16 wasn't that cold.
No, I said I thought there'd been colder here, but I'm thinking of wind chill combined with whatever the hell is going on weather-wise. But back to what I was saying about the gear,
Summer gear.
the summer gear.
I don't know how he got off on that. Well, I guess
We got your
seasons.
flip-flops, you got your fanny pack, you got your swim trunks, shorts, T-shirts, long sleeve, short sleeve. We got a little like a backpack that's coming out. We got for anybody that follows the radio lore, the stuff that goes on the radio. We've got a Slobovia shirt. We've got a Holy Rollers Vatican City baseball shirt. and a Roy C. Mercer's Trailer Park shirt, and that's all going to be coming out throughout the week of this week. It's probably out by the time you hear this. So go to the pineroomshop.com and get yourself some new gear. It's all pretty reasonably priced. There's some stuff that has to be a little more expensive because whatever reason, production-wise. I was thinking about putting a pair of like Vans in, pair of shoes, pair of slip-on shoes. There's some cool stuff. I made a pair of shoes today, and Jarrett said they look gross. So
they were horrible.
And so we will.
He's a shoe snob.
Yeah,
so
they
were bad.
They were like Chuck Taylors, like high top Chuck Taylors, and I had like a pine tree,
they were bad. They were bad.
Nah.
Yeah, I don't think anybody.
Are you guys swim? I was thinking about this. You guys swimsuit or swim trunk type of people?
I'm a trunk guy.
Trunk guy.
Yeah.
Trunk.
Do you think swimsuit is more female based?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I would.
Yeah, definitely a trunk.
Well,
guy.
then I made a like a 2-piece for women, and I put like
hey, that could be used for men these days.
True, but I put like the spruce like branches and stuff on the. And he said it's not that flat.
Yeah, I don't think any.
I think it's cool.
I mean, it was cool.
Who knows? Maybe some.
I know.
Did you do it on 3 spots?
What's that?
Did you put 3 spots?
What?
Did you put the thing on 3 spots? Like as in you said you put the like the pine, like the thing?
Yeah.
I said, did you put the print on 3 spots?
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
2 up top and 1 below. One slow to catch on.
One on the rear side as well.
Oh, you know what? That's a good.
I guess you go 4.
Yeah, 4 spots. My bad.
Yeah.
Nothing like an evergreen up the ass.
Well, yeah. What did you say? What's the description for?
Well, I said for the swim trunks for the we got these color blasts which are super cool. It's like a bunch of different colors with pine trees, and I just said cover your spruce. So you get cover your spruce. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess if you have any recommendations or whatever you want to see in the store, let us know.
Yeah.
Well, Jeff, when you asked about that, you've probably never said, let's go take a dip. Let me get my swimsuit on. You probably never.
No. Well, actually, I just started thinking
I would always
about
say my trunk.
Yeah, but I don't even know if.
I don't usually even wear. Not that I don't go
Joe
naked.
Goes commando into the pool.
But I think now that I've gotten older, I just wear
whatever
shorts.
you have on.
Yeah.
You got to be careful though, because sometimes if you get those ones that aren't like moisture wicking, and then you come out and it's like they're like falling down. You got to get something that can.
I think
take water.
I hate the mesh in swim trunks. Like I'll usually
cut liner.
I hate that. But I think I'm a swim trunk guy at the beach for sure, not just shorts. I feel like if you wear shorts at the beach, that's just like a mess. You get sand in them and.
Beach is stupid.
Especially if you got too many
stupid anyway.
Yeah, that's it.
What?
The beach sucks anyway. There's just sand everywhere.
The sand part of the beach.
Stupid.
Boy,
it's stupid.
That's terrible to say.
What?
You don't like seeing girls pick sand out of their ass?
No,
I do.
I mean, most girls, not all of them.
No,
that's a good point.
I hate going to the beach and getting sand all over the shit that I bring there. Like,
it can be annoying.
Like cups. Like I brought that
on the bottom.
I bring a lot of drinkware.
You take a picnic basket with you.
How about you design a cup in the store that doesn't get sand stuck to it when it's cold?
Like sand repellent.
Yeah, sand repellent.
I've never heard anyone say the beach is stupid.
It's stupid.
Yeah, well, this is also the guy that gave people that smoke 40 years lots of credit.
Hey, somebody.
That was a hell of a discussion. Jeff, I don't think he was here.
I said
his dad just crushed it.
Right,
but it was funny.
Hear me out.
We were talking about cuckoo.
We were talking about smoking and how rough it is and how much money people spend smoking. And I'm assuming first experience.
We tabulated all of it up.
Yeah, we were talking about how much you spend over a year if you're smoking. However, what would on your highest day? How many cigarettes would you smoke in a day?
Highest day ever, probably close to like pack and a half, 2 packs, depending on what was going on.
That's
is fucking.
I forgot you smoke.
Fucking dumb. You talk about fuck the beach being stupid. That's fucking stupid.
So I said we tabulated it all, and I said because it's so gross to me. Like I took a hit of a cigarette at a bar once, and I hated it.
That's good.
It was awful.
That's awesome.
And I said I give kudos to people that smoke again and again and again and again because of how terrible I think it is. They're putting themselves through that. I'm like, okay, I got to give you kudos for going through such. It's stupid. I know it's dumb. I
think
this is a different take.
The funny part about it is like it starts off nasty, but then like you anybody that smokes all the time, like, oh man, that just tasted good.
Yeah.
They get to the point where it does taske good, which is an oxymoron as well. 100%. I say you're not wrong. It's fucking dumb though. Best decision ever made.
I was gonna say, how do you feel like just as at a base level, do you feel better?
Oh, without a doubt. It hands down, it helps you put one foot in the grave. And if anybody tells you different, they're fucking crazy.
Yeah. when you were in the middle of it, like when you your prime smoking days, like
prime.
Yeah,
most people would say at your all-time low. He's calling it at your prime.
Yeah, you signed to a big contract.
They actually just interviewed Post Malone not too long about this. I want to say the Nelk Boys. And the Nelk Boys, that question was asked on a good day or a bad day, because perception, whatever you want to look at it.
Yeah.
And Post Malone's in a good day was smoking 2 packs a day. But when you ask me my best, that's not what I was doing every day. I didn't get to that point. But just like if it was quote unquote a bad day, like that would be like.
Did that play, like if you had a shitty day, like at work, would you come home and that'd be like you're kind of like you feel good?
I don't think necessarily that. I think what hurts smokers is time. Because all you're doing is if you have too much time, like when I was in sales so I was driving around. So literally every time I came out of a doctor's office, first thing I did, as soon as I got out of the parking lot, I'd smoke a cigarette to the next call. So literally I was hotboxing cigarettes all day long. That and drinking coffee. What a great habit.
I've had a few cigars in my time, and I one of the things about cigars that I don't like. I love cigars. I think the social aspect of it, I think it's fun. I think they taste pretty good for what they are. Mm-hmm. But I don't like waking up and tasting them in my mouth. I hate that.
The next day is a little rough from a cigar. I don't disagree with that.
Especially if you're hungover.
Yeah.
Oh, God. That's been terrible for me.
That was actually the worst thing about smoking cigarettes, because as you know, it goes hand in hand. So you definitely smoke more when you're drinking. Mm. And I'd wake up the next day. I wouldn't necessarily wake up from a beer hangover, but I'd wake up from a cigarette hangover because you're fucking hot boxing. It's gross.
Speaking of hangovers, how do you guys now how do you handle your hangovers? Are they? Do you feel worse now than like when you were younger? Obviously, I'm sure
you will. Yeah,
I'm sure definitely.
As time goes on, you'll feel. You think you feel miserable now, you'll feel way
And I tell you
worse.
what, recently I've battled a hangover easy. Like I've had no issues like at all.
Like, but you haven't been like vomitous though.
Yeah, but that's the thing. I know my limits. Like I won't get to that point. Well, maybe every once in a while, but like now, are they bad on you, Jeff? Like, do you?
I think it just depends on what I drink, and if what I drink, and I guess the volume. But to answer your question, yes, hands down, the hangovers are worse the older you get.
Yeah.
Well, and you said I think in our golf video you were hungover.
Brutal. Got home really late, and that's unlike me now. Like getting home at 3:00 in the morning, that would have been a normal thing back in the day, not at 44 and 45.
Set you back like a few weeks,
literally. Yeah. And I had to go back at it the next day, which I know that sounds horrible. I had to go back at it. Yeah,
we forced you.
I know, right? So that grown man was forced to drink the next day. How horrible was that?
You probably felt better.
I did, and that is the weird part about it. What do they say? Bite the hand. What's that saying?
Hair of the dog.
Yeah, it's true. There's a lot of truth.
Yeah,
to
that usually helps. I think my biggest thing is if I don't get at least adequate sleep, then it's real bad for me.
I think hydration's the other thing.
Yeah.
I've actually learned to improve that.
Yeah.
That's the thing. My dad, I don't know how my dad does it. My dad will come straight home, go right to bed. Like what? No water, maybe a couple Oreos.
No, he always says go get me a water, and I'll sit it on his nightstand.
Never touches it?
And I never touches it, no.
I don't know
or
how
it might in the middle of the night, maybe, but he...
Plus, he's probably asleep by the time you bring it to him.
Oh.
Chris, do you get a bad?
I've cut way back on my drinking.
Well, understandable.
No,
hold on.
Really?
You couldn't even get that out.
I was gonna say.
Like if you were trying to sell me right there, you couldn't even get it out.
Yeah, that's the reason I laughed, because you started smiling.
God.
No, they suck. But I, you know what? And we've always had those discussions about the pickle juice and the cramps.
Yeah.
That hydration doesn't do shit for me. To me, the only thing that makes you feel better is time, or if you drink again the next day.
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask you.
Hydration's a fallacy to me.
Oh, wow.
You mean after
Good
the
Lord.
fact, like after a hangover?
Well, maybe if you're dehydrated, you feel worse.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or you're saying it's impossible to feel worse?
No, everybody says, well, yeah, just because Dog used to always tell me he'd go out and drink 10, 15, 20 beers. He goes, I drink 2 glasses of water before I go to bed, then I feel good in the morning.
Well, but I know Dog used to do things like he would drink like a 16-ounce thing of water like every 2 beers, and that is pretty fucking smart if you can stick to it.
Oh, wow.
Because it makes a big difference.
That's
what
absolutely.
That's I remember him telling me that.
You'll piss all night.
So what?
Yeah,
You'll at least feel better.
Then you don't get your sleep then.
Well,
my thought is if you're drinking that much anyway, you're going to be up pissing anyway.
Beer, yeah.
See, I don't. That's the weird part about it.
You don't?
If I drink that much, man, I'm in lockdown and I wake up the next day. Yeah, for sure.
I sleep horrible when I drink.
That's what I was going to.
There's a misconception about actually alcohol and sleeping. I think that I'm sleeping well, but it actually shows that you're not.
Really?
Yeah, I wake up more when I drink than when I don't.
Yeah, it's weird because I don't like feeling that I'm not in control of my body. I have like a paranoia when I don't like if I'm drinking and I feel myself start to get drunk, to the brink, like getting to the brink, I start to almost like.
Well, what's the brink? Like profuse vomiting, not being able to control your
body.
Like
the lights are dimming up here, and soon they're gonna be out.
No, I agree with that. I don't like to feel like
that limit. I start to panic like. I'm not me right now. Like this is.
If I start drinking to where I feel like I'm going to vomit or my head starts to spin, which I try not to do very often, especially as I get older. But yeah, I'm with you. Then I'll reel it back and I'll be like, all right, I got to get some water, I got to get something to eat, and then I can continue to drink. But I don't like to do that either because you're right. I hate being. I would never, and I don't think I've ever done this, but where I have to be like. Carried or taken care of. That's not me.
That's
I feel like I've burdened people like that. I've never done that.
That's embarrassing.
I'm always the caretaker versus the.
Well,
and you guys got first-hand experience with that. More than probably any 2 kids that I know. So you've broken in about that kind of stuff.
Oh
for
gosh,
sure.
yeah. I swear, there's not probably a feeling I hate more than the spins when you lay down and the ceiling goes.
And you nothing you can do. And
there's not the only thing you can do is throw up.
You just gotta wait. Where you just wait.
And
then you can't sleep. You can't get comfortable. You can't do anything.
I hate that feeling so much.
Until you puke.
Yeah,
you gotta puke.
Basically,
I puke. I make myself if I
don't blame
that,
you though. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna ask you about cigarettes. Was it a similar thing as far as hangover? Like if you were hungover from cigarettes, would it cure you the next day to get up and smoke?
No.
So it was just like
brutal. But the thing about it, at that time, it's still a mind game where you're still going out to smoke the cigarette. Unfortunately, but it's horrible. But I was gonna say, alcohol is. Let's be honest. It's horrible for you, and even in somewhat, I hate to say it, even moderation, it's still not good for your body. I think I already know your guys' answer. But can you guys? And I'm man enough to admit, and not that because I don't drink every day, and there's weekends now that I don't even drink at all. But I still cannot imagine living life without alcohol.
What living life
without alcohol? Like as in from a standpoint of never drinking from this point on, I can honestly say that, and kind of like what you said about cigars and stuff like that. I mean, alcohol is definitely a gather of people and fun and things like I could never fathom it.
I could try, but I think it would be tough in certain circumstances. It's conducive to my life and my lifestyle.
And that's
during a regular week, I mean, I could take a whole week off easily.
Oh yeah, that's
but,
not a problem.
You know, if it's a fun event or something that we're gonna do or whatever,
that's
as a group
hard, right?
or family, then it's like, I want to have some drinks for sure.
Did you ever you guys see the movie Wolf of Wall Street? The ending of the movie there when he just got indicted and his wife left him and him what's his name sitting out by the pool and he's drinking non-alcoholic beer and he goes, you want one? He goes, is he gonna get me fucked up? He's like, no, it's non-alcoholic beer. And keeps on going around and he looks at it and goes, I cannot imagine never not having a buzz again.
Yeah.
No, I can't either.
I would welcome.
I would if I had to do it. I would try it.
You would welcome not really.
I mean, I know that's not going to happen.
I mean, I would like to try to do it, but I know
I need new friends.
Chris, your willpower's worse than mine, so yeah, you wouldn't do very.
I think I could do it pretty easy because
that's what I was gonna say. I bet you two could.
Yeah, because I'm not a beer guy, so that's number one. Like if I'm going out to a bar,
you're gonna be.
Oh yeah. Good, hey, good nod, good nod. But no, I'm not a beer guy, and when I go out to drink, like it's to me, I'm not getting the drink because I like the drink. I'm getting the drink just because I want to be buzzed. Like my dad, Coach, I asked him one day. I think we were doing a lot of yard work or something, and we were. It was like a hot day. And he said, "Man, I'd really like a beer right now." And I was like, you want that because it tastes good? And he was like, yeah, absolutely. He said he absolutely loves the taste. Now, I don't know about you guys.
Depends on the beer. Sometimes there'll be times when I get to the club on a Sunday and I am dying to drink that Amstel because my head hurts. I'm sick of people. I just want to just gear down and just forget about life for a few minutes.
So when you at Ocean City, when you sit down and have a Natty Boh, is that is it like almost a pleasure?
It depends on how many days into the trip.
First
on
day.
how late we were. Oh yeah, no. Then when I'm getting there and relax, it's a great feeling. Yeah, and then I probably drink too many, and the next day I feel like shit. So yeah,
I will say having crushes and stuff like that. I genuinely like, and sometimes I wish they didn't have alcohol in them because I like them so much.
I gotta get a crush next time because I don't even remember if I got
get
one.
Get a creamsicle.
I don't remember if I got one.
You got all kinds.
You never got one.
I can't remember if I did or not.
What was the bar across the? Jeff, you know what a crush is. We make them in the Pine Room.
They're great. They're phenomenal.
What,
Lenny's. You had the purple.
Lenny's.
Jill's juice. Yeah,
Jill's juice.
Yeah.
Jill's juice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, that
nice.
sounds delicious.
Yeah, it's really good stuff. Yeah, maybe. I said we should do a. Nobody will ever do this because it's right in the middle of playoff sports. I think do like a sober October.
Yeah, no way.
Your dad.
No,
I would love it. I think it would be great.
To me, the month that just passed would be perfect. April. There's nothing fucking
Yeah,
going
you're
on
right.
in
April.
I
you
could
got
definitely do
bucko
it.
fever, Chris.
I could
Come
do
on.
it.
But
just
I
don't wanna
haven't
do it the
drank
rest of my
because
life.
of. That's the one thing though. We get together at the Pine Room or bars for football.
I only drink one day a
March
week.
Madness. We never. Maybe when the Pirates were in the playoffs, that was 8 years ago. But we don't get together and say, "Hey, let's go watch a baseball game."
Yeah, you're right.
I mean,
it's not like tonight we'd be like, "Oh, Pirates Rays, let's head to the bar."
Oh, hey, real quick before we go to break. Yeah, we got a couple minutes left. We were talking about beer on the radio today. What is the cap price that you would pay for a beer in a location? Because we were talking about the Luke Combs concert, and it was
told us how much he paid for
$24 for a single beer.
It was $20, wasn't it, for 24
I thought it
ounces?
was more than 20, but yeah.
So
it may have been 22 for 24 or 21.
If you're at that event, is paying 24 whatever amount of money above $20, is it even worth having the one beer?
Yes. For me, it is.
For me. I wouldn't.
But what does that?
Why? We did it at a Penguin game.
Well, that was back when it was like $16. That's a value.
Well,
that's like a fucking value. I could get it. I could buy 2 beers for $40 with a tip and stuff.
But does that do anything to you, or is it just the fact of having the beer?
But here's the difference, Chris. We already had 6 or 7 before the game started.
So that's
so we're getting a little bit,
top up.
And then you're kind of easing in with that period beer type thing,
right,
where you don't have to buy I've just got there and it's the first.
But we
one.
drank. But we always would drink at least 3 of them, 3 or 4.
Those are like top.
No, but I'm not for a concert for me. I mean, I don't know. I'm not a very good live music person anymore. I just don't find very many acts that I would ever go to see that I would pay that kind of money for. Mm-hmm. What would you pay for beer at Morgan Wallen concert?
Say you went in clean, you haven't had a drink. They're selling beer for $23.50, and
well, I mean, heck, I did it actually in the summer, and I cannot remember how much it was. It was really expensive where we were, because we were in this deck, and there was a bar right behind us, and I cannot remember how they were big beers, but I think they were at least probably $15.
There should be a law against
that.
I agree.
I think that I paid, which I paid for, and then. I don't even think I finished it.
Yes or no, are you paying that to drink at a concert?
100% I am, because the way that I look at it is I'd prefer not. It's all about the experience, and alcohol helps the experience, and that's just the bottom line.
Now, are you saying that because you like it's like a...
I wouldn't go to the concert. I would make sure that I have saved up enough money for the experience. Right. So at the end of the day, I'm making sure that if I'm going to pay the ticket,
you're prepared.
I'm prepared to do that. And here's the deal, though. I told even the one time that we went, I've spent money anywhere and I have no problems with it. But for some reason, when we're in Wheeling and stuff like that, and I have to spend $3 or $4, that's when I become really cheap. That bothers me.
That's a great point, because it matters the environment you're
Without
in.
a doubt.
I agree. Getting scalped here in this shitty town, I don't want to do that.
Now,
but that's like getting held up at gunpoint at 7-Eleven. But if you're going to a concert or a beach venue or something that's got something flashy about it or whatever, exciting environment, I can pay more.
Now, are you saying you need not? Obviously, you don't need the beer, like you're scratching trying to get a beer, but do you want that beer for the effect it'll have on you, like get you a little tipsy, or is it just it's a beer at a concert?
The experience.
Enhanced experience.
Yeah.
And the thing, it's like it's almost if you're like standing around, I feel like, and I'm the same way at a bar. I feel like I need to have a beer in my, like I can't just be like standing with my hands at my side. Like I just need to have a beer in my hand.
That's a good point too, because when you're around assholes drinking, it's almost like God, I gotta to be able to tolerate these idiots. I have to drink.
Some of the most miserable times I've ever had was like being a DD or being
horrible.
It's
nothing worse than that.
And especially if you got like over 4 or 5 guys that are all smashed and you're the only one.
Worst thing.
It
is a rough.
Awful.
Even if you've had a few and the other ones have had way too many, it can be really annoying to be the babysitter. Yeah. I'm the person that I say right now I wouldn't buy it, but I would. I do it just because, like,
but it's dumb, though.
And it's not
Let's
because
be honest,
because of money. It's almost like principle. Like, fuck you, buddy. You're ripping me off for something that costs a couple bucks. And you're upcharging it, and I don't like that.
Think about how much money they make.
Oh my God, off of alcohol. Think about the sporting venues. That's just that in general.
Like how much for a 16-ounce beer, 1 60-ounce beer, how much you think they're paying base price for? Chris, you probably know better than anybody.
I don't sell beer, but
I mean, you're in the.
I don't. I mean, those ones just like at the Penguin game we would talk about. I think those 24 ounces come packed. They're like a 12 pack when they deliver them. The markup's probably what? I mean, fucking 75%.
Think about a bar.
200%.
Think about it. You go right now. We can go get a 30 pack of cans of Bud Light for what? Almost $26, $27. Do the math on that. Just a local bar. What you would pay for 1 can.
Yeah, shit, that's a good point.
I mean, that's
so really at the end of the day, even if you pay $3 for a can, you just bought a whole case. So 3 times 24 is
72
compared to $24 that they paid for the case.
So
there's your 3 to 1.
Well, here's a little look behind the curtain. So we obviously have a website, a store where you can buy stuff, and we personally can set the price of which it is sold, so the retail price, and you can mark it up to whatever you want to mark up. I guarantee you, if you look at any website that has maybe sells Gildan brand T-shirts, Gildan, for us to purchase them over under maybe like $13, $12, and I guarantee you'll see websites that are customizing those $32
for sure.
So go to our website where they're only $25 and you can get yourself a little T-shirt.
Great.
But during the break, go check out the new stuff. We'll be right back.
22.
You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast, but you don't just have to listen to the podcast. We have some other stuff out there too, like Bettor's Last Stand, our sports betting show covering all things sports and betting. Or Soup and Stuff, where Soup sits down with business owners, athletes, and other professionals for good conversation. Or if you want to listen to us live, you can tune into The Watchdog, FM 98.1 or AM 1600. Or you can listen live online at thewatchdognetwork.com. You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast. All right, welcome back in to the Pine Room Podcast, episode 56. Before we get rolling into the third half, Jesus, I keep saying that.
Third half.
That's good.
Half.
That's third half.
A creative new way.
We're on the second
third
section.
half. All right. We have a special gift here. This comes from my mother, avid listener, very big fan of the show. This is our second mail-in sign that we're going to have hanging up here in the Pine Room. We have Aunt Kim's
dual sign right there. The most bizarre murder weapon
Alex
ever
Bowman's the flag that was sent
he's out
in.
of action concussions.
I guess he was our other mail-in.
Yeah, that was
gift.
sent in. We originally I wanted to give a shout out to Luke Cooper and the boys for giving us a Michael Grove trading card. We're gonna
cool.
send that to him and get that autograph, which is super cool, and hopefully one day it'll be worth as much.
What
as
if he says he won't autograph?
Yeah, he might not do it.
Maybe it'll be as much as a Mickey Mantle card one day.
Hey.
Wouldn't that be something?
That'd be really cool.
But no, I have something very special to the show. Very special to us. We hold this individual very near and dear to our hearts.
And real quick, my mom, she was so excited about it. Like, this was like, she was super pumped when
She said,
like,
I don't know who this is going to be.
yeah, and she came.
Do you know what this is?
No.
We were in the kitchen, and she
Hey, it's Gordon Lightfoot.
she was like,
Jeez.
she said, "All right, you guys got to come here. I got something for you guys." Like this was like Christmas.
Yeah,
with
this
her.
is
so I just
so-
wanted to let you- she was very excited about
This is our third mail-in sign picture. So if you want to send us something, email us and we can get it. We can hook up
Money.
And also I gotta mention that we had Will Yoakum and
Fee Malky,
yeah,
the head coach of Baylor Acro and Tumbling.
both signed a picture for us. We're gonna hang them out in the hallway, and we've had Tony Chiazza,
Tony,
Bryce Butler,
Ty
Coach
McGeary
Crutchfield.
and Coach Crutch. Yep.
Yes.
They've all signed some pictures for us, so we appreciate them.
Yeah, cool stuff. But without further ado, one legend of the Pine Room Podcast. I'll show the camera first. It's Tom Thumb.
Oh, there he is.
Yeah.
Oh, my. Look at him.
This is the original picture of
Boy, I
Tom
really
Thumb.
like that trench coat.
Isn't
he's
that a
got.
great?
pimped
Isn't
out
that a
trench
great
coat
Great
right
looking
there.
coat.
Yeah.
Isn't that a really good picture though?
Tom Thumb looks
Thumb.
like he's missing something in his mind. Like,
Yeah,
he looks a little off.
yeah.
Empty.
Like, he's
He does look a little. He's
He's
staring,
empty.
staring
hollow
through you.
inside.
Yeah.
But then again, if I was his size and I was 40 years old, I'd probably be a little
Good
off
stuff.
as well.
There we go.
Good stuff.
Thank you,
Thank
Aunt
you.
Patty.
Yes.
Well
Yeah.
done.
Nice, very nice.
We'll put
Fucking
that up. We'll
Tom
hang that
Thumb.
up there.
Jeez.
What
Now I
would-
wonder if Ray can get a relative of Tom to sign that.
Bill Thumb.
Thumb,
Crooked.
Bobby Thumb. Yeah.
Missing.
Bobby.
What was his wife's name?
Oh.
Remember we said something. What was her name?
Yeah.
Tom Pinky. I don't know.
Tom,
Fiona Thumb.
But yeah, what we're gonna end up doing here in the studio is we're gonna periodically or over time.
Well, the Bud Light next
Yeah.
gotta come down.
We're gonna-
Lola said she about threw us out of the office. She hates that shit.
we're gonna get rid of some of the stuff that really doesn't matter, like elite, like some of the beer snides and like a Colgate talcum that can eventually go. Some of the stuff is gonna leave. And we're gonna add things that mean.
Pennzoil
Colgate.
motor oil.
It was-
It was. Yeah, where did we find that? That
I don't
was
know.
that
That was
was
at
at
Sibs.
Sibs. Yeah, I
Yeah,
think.
babe, but whatever. We'll
Yeah.
move along
cool.
and
Yeah.
change things
Temporarily.
up. But it's
We're
Stuff.
evolving.
Yeah.
We're evolving.
Oh, so if you're just
smearing
listening,
off ice,
if
we can
you-
take that down.
Yeah, that can
That's
go.
his heartburn.
Yeah,
He
Jesus,
needs
that-
that bottle.
yeah.
Just looking at that makes
Yeah.
me want to throw up.
What's
Doesn't look
that?
refreshing
That
at all.
smearing
That
off,
smearing
uh,
off
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Heartburn is just a.
Brutal.
wicked-
Brutal.
Devastating heartburn.
I'll never forget when we were in Deep Creek or something, or no, where was it? I was maybe Key West or something. I had to call you
Oh yeah.
because I didn't know. I literally couldn't find anything that worked for heartburn.
The
I ended up
vinegar?
eating those chews and
chews,
those
yeah.
vinegar shots. Yeah. But yeah,
You called him?
well, I called
Yeah.
it you or Ace or somebody
No, you did. I remember that.
because it was right after
Where were
Ocean
we?
City.
You had
and-
volatile heartburn.
Oh, it was awful.
Felt like an alien was going to come out of his
What were you
chest.
drinking?
Chest burster.
Oh, you know what? I do kind of remember that, and I think you were like freaking out.
Oh, it was awful. I had it for like 3 days. I couldn't get rid of it. It would not go
I
away.
bet that vinegar shot's hard to get down though when you got
It is,
heartburn.
but it
rough.
helps a
It was
lot.
like apple cider vinegar and had a bunch of different
If
stuff
you're
in it.
proactive on that, take it, water it down each day, and take it in the morning. You'll be good. It's a
They
good
have a lot of
drinker's
that
tip.
that gut health stuff. You can go look at like Kroger and that like the health section. They got these little shots. They're rough.
Soup takes those. Soup takes us, and every time he sends us a video and he does this face, he goes like he does this thing. His hands go up in the
You
air.
mean with the vinegar or what these shots he's
these
talking
gut,
about?
yeah, these
Okay.
like gut health.
They're
I'd say gut health's
basically all-
important though.
Yeah.
Honestly, gut health is huge.
Eat your
Underestimated.
Eat your probiotics. Get
Yeah,
your
lollipop.
live and active cultures.
Yeah.
What do you guys
Got
think
to.
of like supplements, like daily supplements kind of thing? Like
I'd probably feel a lot better if I took them.
I take
real quick,
What did
I
you just say?
I take vitamins, fish oil.
Oh, I thought you said I take Viagra.
That's what I
baby
thought you
aspirin.
said.
That's coming around the corner.
Well, yeah, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. Especially after 15 to 17 beers.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh yeah, for
But
sure.
real quick, I want this. This is funny because I just got a new supplement the other day at GNC. It's creatine and this stuff. There's a couple other things and this stuff called beta alanine. Luke might know what this is. So it's like this stuff. I think it's good for your kidneys, and it's when you lift.
Is that related
It's
to
good.
beta carotene?
I don't know, but it makes
Betamax?
so it makes you tingle. I can't take. I will not
But
take
you-
it anymore.
Like you're supposed
So-
to like work out real hard.
Yeah, so
I understand
So,
that.
so I
yeah.
take.
That's
so-
like some of them energy drinks.
Yeah,
make
so
you
it's
do
not.
that.
It's not pre-workout. It's not caffeine. It just it like opens up your nerves and just kind of gets your
High
blood flowing.
sensory, huh?
I
Really?
I took it. So I took it yesterday
That could be
after I
interesting in
lifted.
some
I took it after I lifted yesterday. It felt like my skin was going to rip off. I was freaking out. I'm like, I can't take this again. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna try it today before I lift. And I took it. I almost had to stop because this shit just it makes you tingle.
Yeah.
But it's so severe that and it's called a tingle reduced beta alanine. So I don't know what not reduced is. And my skin just feels like it was gonna rip off. And I'm like, I don't know how anybody could take this. Like I don't,
Dude,
I don't know if
scary.
I get I'll get used to it or not, but I don't think I could take it anymore.
You're gonna be like the Incredible Hulk.
Oh God,
come out of his skin.
Does it make your piss smell?
I don't know.
Do any of those supplements ever do that too?
No, I don't take too many. It just
I had some vitamins
creatine
one time and made my piss stink really bad.
No, I not that, but I took that. I was like,
What, Chris? I didn't say I was pissing on somebody.
It's like the trans
Does it make your piss smell? I just thought that was funny.
What's supposed to be the benefits though?
Just like a better
Let's hear the benefits.
Lift.
Okay.
A better lift, and I think I believe it's something with your you reproduce cells quicker and better recovery.
Regeneration.
Yeah,
you're gonna turn into the Fly.
What you're explaining though,
Right.
it does sound like it's caffeine based though, because if you have a really strong cup of coffee, you can feel that. I feel
why I
like
don't
I'm
drink
coming out of
coffee.
my skin. So it's weird.
Yeah,
that it doesn't have,
it says it's not caffeine,
They
but
make your
but
heart
I'm
beat
sure
fast?
no,
That's
no,
a
it
good
doesn't.
thing,
Yeah,
then.
it doesn't. That's what I was worried because I don't like any pre-work or anything like that. I just thought because it has creatine, which I'd like to take is good for your muscles, and I took this and I was like, I was losing my mind today. I'm
You
like,
might look like that alien who washed up on the beaches
and
of Sussex.
I was like, this is what people that take drugs I'm like sitting over here going, doing like this,
You
like
think,
Don't worry, he's not on meth.
yeah.
would
yeah, I'm
you
sitting there
guys?
tweaking?
There's people or companies that you can go to, and they'll pay you to take supplements and
Like
injections
experimentals.
and medicine. Would you take any amount of money to do any of that?
well,
I'd have done it in younger days.
money. It depends on how much loot.
I mean, I know. Well, I don't know him personally, but I know a guy that does it. He makes like $50,000 a year.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know about experimental shit. I don't know. Unless if I had an ailment. If I had an ailment and there was something experimental, then I would maybe think
Like
of it.
if
But
you had like horrible arthritis or something.
yeah, I would probably do that. But to just go make the loot off, unless if we're talking like 6 and 7 zeros, that'd be different. Yeah.
Then if I turned into a werewolf,
It
I
doesn't
wouldn't
matter.
care.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
I'd be all right.
Yeah.
That stuff. I bet there's so much stuff like that not we have, but like the government and the world has that we don't know about that can do some wild stuff to people.
I think actually we're going to find out a lot about this COVID vaccine here very, very shortly. That's exactly what's going to
Already
end up
finding
happening.
out.
Yeah, already.
Did you
already
get vaccinated?
fails.
You probably got vaccinated.
Had
didn't you?
to.
Yeah, I say you probably had to.
Now it's not, the mandate's not out there, but at one point in time it was either that or lose your job.
What'd you get? Did you what?
Pfizer.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got
Moderna.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. The 2 times that I got the first and the second one, they said, "Oh no, you'll feel good on the first one. The second one you'll have trouble on." I felt like dog shit on both of them, and it was one of the worst I've ever felt. I remember laying in my bed at West Liberty. I was in my. It was like late at night, and I thought I was feeling good. And as soon as my head hit the pillow, I felt it, and I was like, "Oh shit, here we go." And it was game over.
Did you feel bad?
Did not actually. I felt perfectly fine. The only thing that I would say is I wouldn't say that my arm was sore, but it felt like somebody Charlie horsed me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was,
that-
kinda how I felt.
I felt horrible. I felt worse than the second one. It was right when we got back from our conference tournament, and I got it. I was already feeling like shit because we lost, and then we get home and I got that shot right when we got back. The bus went right to the clubhouse, and we got these shots.
I got mine in our driveway.
Yeah. Soup's mom actually did it for us because we needed to get it to play because somebody got sick, and then we were like, we have to get vaccinated so we could play. So we got it, and then I remember laying down and I was shivering all night. I couldn't get warm. I was like, this is gonna kill me. Like I'm dead. But
That's horrible, though.
Yeah.
That's a horrible feeling.
But-
Especially, I mean, you think about it, like even when you go get the flu shot, they say most of it because I don't get the flu shot, but you get sick from the flu shot. I mean, it's kind of like an oxymoron, but
Yeah.
I mean,
I never
I'm still
realized.
here, though,
I
I
never
guess.
realized what a vaccine was. I thought it was like they take it, they put it in you, and it was some sort of external like goo that
Like a
wards
solar
off.
system?
Like
and it wasn't
like
the actual
wards
virus
off.
that you're actually trying to
Yeah,
stop.
I didn't
Right.
know that
getting.
they put a little bit in you, so then your body's like, okay, once we see this, like we're gonna go and go kill all the other.
There's a
bad
clip
stuff.
for you. That's going to be on a clip right there for sure.
But
Happy Saturday, fuckers.
well, that's what it does. That's what right.
Yeah.
That's what a vaccine does.
What,
They
it goes
Throw it away.
they put it in your body so that the next time your body sees it, they go, "There's bad stuff," or I see it. Like they're gonna go
I
after
see
it.
it.
I see it.
Right, they're gonna attack. You're right.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
I mean,
I guess so.
Speaking of things inside your body, I was seeing
Oh,
this. This has
Jesus.
been, this has been on here.
I don't know what you're gonna read, but that can go a million
so
different.
many
directions.
different things. But you know, you've had this on the bottom for a while. The missing Argentine man found in shark stomach.
Yeah.
You talk about this is actually crazy though. So the poor dude was last seen riding his bike on the beach. Must obviously got into the ocean, got eaten. There was this, and actually, this you think about for his, at least for his family, the closure. This is the cool part about the story. So fishermen happened to be fishing close to where, quote unquote, this guy's bike was found. They caught 3. I can't remember what kind of sharks they were. Here, sure enough, his forearm. They found when they reeled it in. The dude's forearm was in the fucking shark's mouth, and they were able to identify because of a tattoo.
Oh wow.
Wait, so that his whole body wasn't the shark, just
Well,
the,
he was probably
Not in that
eating.
particular shark.
Yeah,
He was
no,
already
never
died.
did.
He was already
Because I was saying,
digested.
how
He was
big?
already
How big
shared.
were the sharks?
I don't even know about that, but isn't it
I
crazy?
can't remember if they were tiger sharks or
No, it
bull
wasn't
sharks.
tiger. It was a shark that I never heard of before. If you want to know the truth,
Right. Because I looked it up too, and it's been a while.
Yeah, but I just thought it was crazy. So at least for the family side of things, because obviously it was probably what they thought was missing in action, and never to be found again. Thank God they have closure. But I just can't believe fishermen caught them, and here's this dude's arm. It's amazing to
God,
me.
that's. Wonder what was he doing? Was he just like? I wonder if he was like surfing or something, or was he just like swimming?
No, because he was. They said
He was
on his
hauling
bike.
after a bike ride. I
Yeah,
don't know.
and maybe taking a dip or something. I don't know. It's crazy though.
What a
I'm
character.
looking up. I can't find what kind of. Oh, it says
School shark.
School shark.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I never.
Shark.
I thought
Yeah.
that I didn't know that there was a such thing as a school
It was,
shark.
it was 5 foot long, almost 5 feet long.
They're like usually long and skinny, at least from my. Because I doubt the school shark was the one that attacked him. I feel like that he found the arm, the school shark, in probably.
Oh, like the
you know what I'm
aftermath
saying?
kind of
Like,
thing.
I feel like
Oh.
he probably got chomped by a bigger one.
So this says that his helmet was smashed, and it says there were a couple of two possibilities. The first is that he was hurt. The second, more credible theory is that the quad injury caused him. I'm assuming he was on a quad. I think a quad bike or something. It says the quad injury caused him to be knocked out on the coast, where the strong high tide dragged him away.
Dragged him out.
Oh my God!
That's
I
very
didn't know that
shit.
part.
So he might have hit it like a rock or something.
And
and
then
fucking
went down.
flipped over,
Out.
knocked out, and drug him out to sea. And the next thing you know, he's
Wow.
eaten.
That's even more of a
Fucking
curveball of the
incredible.
story. That's
Jeez.
absolutely crazy.
What a guy! What a poor guy. Are there sharks at Ocean City? Probably.
Probably sharks everywhere.
Yeah, there's sharks everywhere.
We had
Um,
some great whites swimming
yeah, I
around
say
there for
that
a while.
because great whites usually are like the
Usually they're
Atlantic.
more north, but
right?
yeah, but they're starting to come down because the seals are starting to
They
come
were
down to
following the feed,
Assateague,
yep.
and they're going to start coming. So you probably see a shark attack here. before
God,
too
can you
long.
imagine seeing a great white? I
No.
feel like that's like.
No, I can't.
I mean, that's super.
Because
that's
no matter
rare.
how big in my mind I try to envision it, it's like bigger than this room.
Yeah.
Like as far as like corner to corner would be like an average size.
I
one.
think that would be one of the cool. Like if you want a boat, well, shit, that might
Oh,
even
terrifying.
Yeah, that might flip the goddamn.
Oh, he's
boat.
gonna punch through it like the.
Well,
the,
don't they?
the-
Aren't,
yeah,
aren't
the
they known
orca.
for flipping? Don't they flip boats?
Well, I mean, I don't know if they do, but I mean, Jaws probably gave you
Well,
that
yeah,
indication,
right.
But no, I don't think that they're like that. But I'm sure they could if they wanted
Yeah.
to, for sure. Like
Gosh,
whales,
I can't
whales, killer whales are
imagine
actually
seeing-
more known to probably flip boats than great whites.
I tell you, that would make you nervous too.
Oh
man.
God, yeah,
Fuck
and they're
that.
even bigger than a great white.
Yeah, fuck
This
that.
says, holy shit! The biggest great white ever recorded was 20 feet long, and it weighed.
20 feet, I guess.
It was estimated to be 4,500 pounds.
That is
That's
just
crazy.
That's unthinkable to me.
20 feet.
I
I'm trying
cannot
to think
process that.
Yeah, I'm
Me
trying to
neither.
think of that in my head.
Hence the
What-
reason
I
why
mean,
I
that's
just
like
like
a
my
fucking
feet in the
school
water.
bus. Like
That's unbelievable.
It's the closest thing I could come up with.
20 feet. I'm trying. Like
That doesn't seem very long, does it? 20 feet?
20 feet, I would say.
That's
man.
like
Ooh.
A whale?
That's over. No,
Oh,
shark,
a
Or
shark.
a shark, I mean.
yeah, shark. That's
That's
a big.
You don't think?
I saw some.
No, I know
whales in
there's
Alaska.
sharks bigger than that, but but still 20 feet great white. That's an imposing figure.
You know, I always like seeing dolphins. That's cool. I always like seeing
Dolphins,
those. It
yeah.
makes you feel like kind of safe because everything's kind of scared of dolphins, aren't they?
Yeah, and dolphins are very, attentive to. They're not going to be in areas where there's going to be predators, and especially acting, in their normal behavior, where they're swimming and gobbling up fish and enjoying the sun. But yeah, you're right. I would say these dolphins are normally a sign if you're out there swimming in the ocean that the coast is clear.
Yeah, that's right. What do you got here, Joe?
Oh, Jim Acosta, what a dick.
Dick.
Yeah, no doubt.
I like to see a great white get a hold of him.
Dude, that was great. What a dick.
He is.
God, those things are huge.
Yeah, this is a.
I would not be doing what this guy's doing.
This is a video of this shark
It's like Richard Dreyfuss and
Yep.
smashes through
What the hell is he?
he's got a clear.
Is that like
Oh my
a
God.
glass like?
We're watching a guy with a shark swimming under him. He's in a glass case.
It looks like
basically.
like a big shoebox that's clear, and
Clear.
he's sitting.
Look at how big that fucking thing
Dude,
is.
I can't even imagine seeing that.
That is unnecessary
Look
risk,
how
fellas.
big that thing is.
And
Wonder how
great-
big that one is. Like as in size.
Great whites just have that like terrifying look about them.
Yeah,
too.
they do. They do.
They,
Even
they,
if
they
they're
really
like
just look so
I agree with
powerful
that.
menacing.
and like a torpedo.
Yeah, and then I saw this. I think the shark swims up through the. It swims up through the fish as if it's trying to get to the fish, and just goes right up into the thing. I'm almost.
Wonder why there are so many fish around the shark. I wonder if do they feed off like.
Well, a
Off
lot
the
of times they feel like here's the thought process there, at least from what I have listened to on shows. Jubb may know more. Those fish, I mean, I don't think their brains are smart enough, but but when they're born in schools like that and they obviously are in packs, if they feel less likely, like the great white's not going to eat those. Like it's too small for him. So the other predators, like the mid-sized fish that would try to eat them, aren't going to go near that great white. So they're basically saying, all right, I dare you to try to come near to eat me because this guy's going to eat you. So that's kind of like that.
Yeah,
Dude, when
look
I
at-
tell you not a fucking
is
shot,
fucking
not,
terrifying.
I'll be honest, not a shot. Fuck that.
Well, watch it come
What,
up.
do that?
Yeah, not a shot.
It's asinine.
Yeah, that's
I
unnecessary
give this
risk.
guy.
It is.
Talk about the guy that smoked for 40 years. I give this guy credit.
Watch it.
Yeah.
So I'm assuming the shark sees these fish and then it goes to eat them and just keeps going through the.
I don't think. I think he was going to eat that guy.
It looked like if he was.
I don't think
aiming
he
for
wanted anything to do with those
Yeah,
fish.
if he was
didn't
aiming
look
for
like
those
it.
fish, his aim is shit.
Yeah, I mean, he couldn't. He didn't get any of them.
The shark's aim is
Imagine
shit.
that. Yeah.
That would be crazy.
Well, how about
right
the guy
there.
filming it? Like he's
Yeah.
like, oh, what do I do?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm terrified. I got to film this.
Fuck that.
For those of you just watching,
I've never seen this before.
For those of you just listening, there's a guy. So he's in this shoebox, looking clear box in the water, and the shark.
Where's his friends? Oh boy.
That swim.
Well, that's
Yeah, imagine that
that's
swim
asking
right
to
there.
die.
So the shark punches up through this box and knocks him into the water, and this guy's just in a mad dash back to the boat.
Oh my god.
Hopefully he was hammered.
That's the
when he
worst
did
one
that.
of those I've ever seen.
Phew, man. That's
I mean,
unbelievable.
Yeah, that swim back. Oh my gosh.
You think your adrenaline was like that? He probably took that carotene stuff that you took.
Oh god. Yeah.
he needed it.
Yeah.
Do you think he dreams about that a lot?
He has to wake up terrified.
Like,
Feeling
I
that
could have
thing.
easily just
You're ready to
died.
Chomp.
Chomp.
I'd rather have a goldfish.
I mean, you look at the power behind these sharks. Like, and the thing is, at least with some kind of land animal, you're also a land dweller. So, like, you got some sort of mobility.
You're right, Joe.
But with these things, you're in their territory.
And you could never be fast enough to get away
Never.
from it. Even if you're the greatest swimmer ever. Michael Phelps, when he raced
Not a
that great
shot.
white.
Well, that was a joke.
Yeah, that was
Fuck.
a stage stupid thing. Look at
Jesus.
Wait, did he break through the?
he jumped
that.
into the cage.
Into the cage and then came out.
Was there somebody in there?
No.
Oh gosh. The
Well, I
blood
don't
may
think.
be
I
its
mean, at
own.
least it didn't show that there was. If there is, this guy's in pieces down there.
Pieces.
See, why wouldn't you
And
create
that lady's
something where they
selling his
couldn't do
organs
that?
online right now.
Yeah, that's right. That lady.
That's unbelievable.
Facebook
Wow.
group.
That's
See,
the reason why I
people
only put
shouldn't-
my feet in the ocean.
Right.
That's
Yeah,
I'm
hey.
cool with sitting my big ass on a chair right in the water. That's good enough
You
for
shouldn't.
me.
You shouldn't test Mother Nature like that. That's pushing it.
Yeah, I think we've said this before. I've said this before in the show. There's nothing that scares me more than the ocean, like the deep ocean, like especially at night. At night, If I was dropped in the middle of the ocean, just kill me there.
Look at the
Just-
size of the bite radius on that one right there. They got the one up. That one with the that looks like Jaws, Jub. Right? No, that one.
Oh, wow.
Look at that. That guy's standing up and
Yeah, I mean, you look at some of these pictures, and sometimes some of them don't even look real. Like and I'm assuming some of these are Photoshop, but I mean, just terrifying.
Oh, what's that? A basking shark? The one with the big old one.
Yeah.
Jeff,
Oh wait, do that size chart right below there.
could you do this right there, Jeff?
I think that if I was encompassed a little bit more, I mean, I'm not saying I would love to do it, but the way that they have those openings, like, there's not a shot.
If you just listen to this, I keep editing because we're looking at things. Go watch us on YouTube so you can look at this stuff. You can see it's like two guys in a big cage, and there's just a big ass shark looking at him.
Chris, would you go down?
No. It's
And then what are
they're
you supposed
stupid.
to do? You're supposed to punch them in their snout and then
Jump
poke
one
them
below
in the
that.
eye.
Poke 'em
Well,
in the
fuck,
eye.
man. I mean, that's a lot going on.
Yeah.
So what's this?
Because you're
here?
supposed to react quick enough to poke them in the eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jesus.
So there you got megalodon, you got whale shark.
I'm assuming
Some of these are
Ototus
prehistoric.
chubatensis
Yeah,
is
those are-
maybe a great white.
The
or-
great white's second down there, a bottom.
Oh,
second
right
bottom.
there.
Yeah, so there,
Yeah,
a lot of
these
those are
probably
prehistoric
all. Yeah, these are
ones.
probably all prehistoric.
And they're basking sharks, but a basking shark's not a meat eater, I don't think, or maybe
yeah, no,
he eats-
basking
he
shark.
eats-
They just eats like
He may eat plankton and small animals, but he's not like a vicious attacker.
whale sharks.
Yeah, the whale sharks aren't either. Megalodon is. Look at that megalodon.
That's
That's basically like a great white that's bigger than a whale shark.
Yeah, you can find those megalodon teeth in Florida. I think.
Yeah.
Like you can like.
I
dig
can't
for
even know how to
those.
imagine what that would be like.
Yeah, yeah.
And
the
I
great
wish they
white's
had
big.
the radius of how, because that megalodon's probably like 40 feet.
That's like a school bus. That's
Right.
legitimately like a school bus. I think.
Well, the great white's like the short bus.
Yeah, yeah.
Have
For
you ever-
our speed. That's
Yeah,
for our
that's
speed.
right.
Yeah.
That's right. Well,
Have you guys ever heard of this thing called thalassophobia? It's the persistent and intense fear of deep bodies of water such as the sea, oceans, or
I
land.
have that for sure.
So if like pictures like this, where it's just or more
That right
or
there is
better.
terrifying.
Tell you what terrifies me, those guys in there off the wrecked aircraft carrier. Oh, God. That'd be a severe
what?
phobia. Like if your ship gets sunk.
Oh, and you're in the water.
yeah, well, like Quentin
you're
Jaws
stuck.
when he's telling the story, the USS
So,
Indianapolis.
Like if you're in that right there.
Yeah, that's terrifying. That's horrifying. to me.
Yeah, that would be wild. That would definitely be wild.
Yeah, it's intense pictures. I think it's also like if you we're looking down,
Especially when your oxygen tank goes out. Yeah, that would.
Ooh, like if you guys ever seen those really deep pools, like I forget, like the world's like deepest pools, like 40 feet deep. Like
yeah,
that
that's like
freaks me
skull
out.
crushing depth for me. I go down like 15. I feel like my skull's gonna crush.
Right.
yeah.
I don't know how people do that.
That's funny.
I mean, I'm not
When-
scared to do it. It's just like my body would not let
No,
me.
I can't. When we
think.
were in Antigua and Say lost his watch in
I
the
remember
ocean
these.
and it fell to the bottom of the ocean floor, and I saw it, and it was deep. It was down there, probably. It might be like 15 feet.
Yeah.
I went down and I'd probably got to like 12 feet,
Yeah, and you
and I
couldn't-
was
you
running out
started
of
getting
air,
pressure.
and it
Yeah.
started my head, like my
Right.
ears were starting to get like crushed in. I'm like,
and then
I
you gotta
can't do
be
this.
like, I gotta go, and you gotta get air, and then you gotta go back down.
Yeah,
and it's hard,
it
and then you're
freaked
using
me-
all your energy.
It
to
freaked
go
me
down.
out. We had to get the
Diving for
the-
stuff's not easy.
No, it freaked me out.
Well, I
big
mean
time.
there's huge like that safety precautions when you're going scuba diving.
Oh yeah,
the
you get the
spins,
bends
or the bends. Yeah, the bends.
The bends can kill you.
Yeah.
like your basically
Yeah, it, like,
your
fucks
blood
your
vessels
blood up, right?
can blow up inside you.
Like
Ugh.
there's a video I watched a couple days ago where a guy was a three group diving team, and all three of them are headed down to the bottom of the ocean. They're maybe 40 feet deep, which doesn't seem like a lot, but when you're 40 feet, that pressure is pretty intense. And the guy was all the way at the bottom, and for some reason panicked
Right.
and swam as fast as he
As he
could to the
could.
top.
Yep.
And then he got to the top, and because of some kind of pressure or a leak in his suit, he passed out and went all the way back to the bottom
Yeah.
again. And that change in pressure pulled all of his like skin
Mm-hmm.
and stuff out of like his face. Like his face was all swollen
guys'
and busted
eyeballs
up.
can explode.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of times where guys are diving at these wreck sites and they see something that startles them, whether it's an animal or extraterrestrial, whatever.
Yeah.
But people have come up and you got to do resuscitate them on a boat because they could just die.
I watched a video of I was I don't know why I googled this. I googled what would happen to the human body at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, and apparently it's like 1,000 some times the pressure of sea level, and which is just I think it was the equivalent of 100 and some elephants standing on your body. Like from all directions.
They can't even some machinery can't even go down in there. They'll get crushed.
And that's just like, is that just the sheer weight of the water like on you basically?
I don't know how that works. It has something to do with gravity and the pull and the force and all kind of things that are way above my pay grade.
Apparently, if you were under the water for just a second, like if you teleported under the Marianas Trench and teleported out, in a second, your body would be completely crushed. Water would force its way into your eyes, mouth, your butthole, everywhere on your body.
Oh, no, not my butthole.
Yeah, that's nice.
And everything would just crush. Your bones would crush, skin, lung. Your lungs would instantly be destroyed, torn apart. Any air in your stomach is just crushed.
This has been a very uplifting segment.
My goodness.
Yeah, right.
I'm glad Jeff brought the shark attack up.
Well, one thing's for certain: you're not going to be stuck at the Mariana Trench unless you want to. So. In the meanwhile, go look up some pictures of some deep, dark ocean. Get scared. We'll be right back.
Oh, hey, I'm Gary the Rat, and I'm here to save you. Look, I know you're buried under 15,000 pounds of rubble right now, but so what? Hey, at least you can listen to the Pine Room Podcast while you're down here. Stay put. I'm going to go eat some trash. You're listening to the Pine Room Podcast.
Welcome back in, Pine Room Podcast, episode 56. We're here in the studio. Myself, Coach. I know, Coach is in here. Jesus.
Coach is sleeping probably.
Myself,
ready for the Pirate game.
Myself, Matt, Jarrett, Chris, and Jeff here in the studio, enjoying some time together as friends, talking about heinous things.
Smart things.
Very smart things.
Yeah. You guys want to hit any of this stuff on here, on our sheet? I know we kind of go off on some tangents, but anything on either history, news, anything?
Chris, you got some things on your mind today. Come on. What we got?
Well, first of all, I was going to ask you, Matt, because I saw this on an ESPN article today, I think, about the Ohio gambling regulators put a thing on
on that LSU
Alabama.
Yeah, I seen that.
Do you know what that?
No, the details.
They didn't detail.
No, they didn't have a whole lot of details. But what probably happened is there was probably a large amount of money in multiple books on one of those teams, and somebody got concerned.
Wait, so what happened?
Alabama LSU baseball game. There was what they called suspicious betting.
Was
patterns.
it prior to the game or in?
I think it was prior, but yeah.
Now, what constitutes suspicious betting patterns?
Well, it could be just strange amounts of money. Like, okay, there's 6 shops in Ohio, and all of a sudden, each one of them, Jarrett comes in, bets 10,000 on Alabama. I don't know who the bet was on, LSU, whoever. Chris comes in at his book, bets 10,000. You, Jeff, me, we all do it. Well, people in the state track that stuff, so you'll start to see like, all right, this is odd. Like, okay, one $10,000 bet is not suspicious.
So they're thinking those four or five
somebody's
guys
got information.
are working together.
Yeah, or they have information that someone's going to tank the game, someone's, whatever. But the regulators are going to find that stuff more than a legal bookmaker. You never know. So
that's interesting.
So that's what happens. That's what happens in Nevada a few times when they've caught teams point shaving, when they've caught just other people with inside information. It would be like a guy. There'd be like 6 of us come to town. We'd all have duffel bags of money. Someone sent us. You hit Caesars. You go to the South Point. You go to the West Gate. You go to William Hill, and then I go somewhere, and we're all going in there simultaneously. And those guys, if they see a college baseball game is not going to draw, even though that's a good matchup, it's not going to draw a ton of attention, especially with NBA playoffs, NHL playoffs, MLB, all kind of other stuff going on, golf, NASCAR, whatever. If you're getting that kind of handle on a game like that, it's going to draw attention. So then you call your buddy down the road and say, have you taken any large bets on this game? And they'll say, yeah, matter of fact. And then information travels. State regulators look at it too. So they would see, like, this is a small market game. You wouldn't expect somebody to be betting a lot of money on this into this market. So
that's
then
interesting.
So what do
start
they?
sharing
So
info.
what do they do once they find out?
They pull it down. They suspended the. So I don't know what team in question or where they thought if it was LSU, if it was Alabama.
Well, they said they're not. They're taking no more bets on Alabama.
So
Yeah.
no
what-
more bets on Alabama.
So if those, let's just
Effective
say,
immediately.
let's just say that was a circumstance where 5 guys put 10 grand on that game. Do those 5 guys still, are their bets still live, or they get?
Depending on the property, if they would honor it or not, or if they had enough evidence. Now, gaming would say you got to honor this bet unless you can prove that this was done, in false pretenses.
Maliciously.
Where, yeah, right, good word. Maliciously, where someone had inside information, they knew the right side to be on or whatever it would be. But yeah, there would be a dispute. Like as a person, you're going to want that payout. But then again, if you don't want to draw attention to yourself, then you're maybe opening up an opportunity for you to figure out who you're running money for, how you got that information. If you're paying an athlete on Alabama to give you inside information, there's a lot of levels there.
So-
I wonder if
so
does Alabama, and I meant to do this before I came to the radio, but I didn't have time. Does Alabama have any kids from Ohio on their team? Do you know? I know you probably don't know that.
That's
off
a
the top of
good
your head.
question.
But I would look there
I
first
can look that up.
because
Oh, okay.
you start to
That
say,
makes sense.
okay, Johnny Blow from fucking Coshocton, he's giving his fucking information
him.
to his teammates, or he's saying, okay, I got 3 of my buddies on this team today. We're just going to fucking take a dive. We were out drinking last night. My friend's the pitcher. He was fucked up. Hammer this. That shit happens, I guarantee.
That's really interesting. I mean,
Especially at college baseball level, it's not getting looked at a lot.
absolutely.
So people think, oh, this will be under the radar. But people can't help themselves. So it's like if Jubb went in there and bet $500 on it, and he would probably win, and no one would think anything. But no, let's just scrounge up every dollar we have or get somebody to invest it, and then you start to bring attention to yourself. And
and
that's
Alabama
what
won
happens.
the game.
Yeah, it was like
It was,
10,
well,
8,
it was 8-1. They were winning. Then
And then 8-6.
Yeah,
or-
they
Oh,
came
no,
back out.
no. I'm sorry.
LSU
won.
LSU.
Bama made a
LSU
comeback.
swept
Well,
them.
But it was
and that's what makes
8-6
me
final.
think that if Alabama was the team they pulled, most likely someone had information from the Alabama camp to bet LSU is most likely.
That's interesting. I
what
mean,
it was.
LSU is the number 1 team in the country, so I mean,
Right.
that's interesting. I don't know.
Well,
I'm
They were
looking
pretty
right
big
now.
favorites in that
Yeah,
game.
so it
they
should
were
be big
they were,
favorites.
but nonetheless, if you got guaranteed money, even at minus 260, it's guaranteed money,
There's one dude from Quebec,
and that's just an assumption by me. So I would,
Mill Hall, PA. One dude from.
but it could be the friend of a friend, the friend on the basketball, the girls' soccer teams from Ohio. You don't know. There's definite areas that you could explore, but I would say most likely someone was giving out tips on a sure victory.
That's
and-
crazy. I didn't. Oh, here we got one. Gavin Jones, freshman from North Royalton, Ohio.
There you
Oh,
go.
they're
He
Gavin.
could be the guy.
Fuck
He
Yeah.
probably
Gavin.
never fucking
We probably
plays.
he'll probably sue us now.
I
Yeah,
know.
but he
do you
doesn't
what-
matter if he plays.
Well, what do you think he does?
Yeah, he's a freshman. He's a right-handed pitcher.
Sits there and they probably just pick on him.
Keeps the scorebook.
Just sit
Maybe.
there-
Saudi.
sit
Yeah,
down the
I
end
know.
of the fucking
I know
dugout.
both these rosters pretty well, and I've never even heard of this
pick
kid.
on him.
Oh, he's a freshman. He's got to earn
North
his dues.
Royalton.
Okay.
Yep. Let's see his stats. Let's check your stats, Gavin.
Probably hasn't
God
even-
damn it, Gavin.
His stats.
I bet he hasn't batted
he has-
20 times.
He's a right-handed pitcher.
There's a
He has.
pitcher. I bet he
has-
hasn't either.
He has no stats.
Okay.
So Gavin probably hasn't played at all.
Do you guys know any Gavins?
One.
I know one. That's the reason why I was asking, because that's not a prominent name.
No.
Do you mean
yeah, I
like
do know
as
Gavin.
a know him or just
There's a
Do you
Gavin
know
on
a guy
LSU.
do you know a guy by the name of Gavin?
like a personal friend?
Well, I guess acquaintance.
Okay. No.
Like I went to grade school with when he moved away. But
Gavin.
Gavin. Hello, Javin.
That's a
Hey, it's a couple history things here that are just pretty insane that they happened this week in history. Number one that I think we should all celebrate, 2011, that rat fuck Osama bin Laden.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Killed by U.S. Special Forces in the compound in Abbottabad. I remember that. I don't remember exactly where I was, but I do remember that day and that morning when we went into school. Or do we?
That was a Sunday.
Oh,
we
yeah,
talked
it was
about
a
on the
Sunday.
radio
Yeah,
today, Jarrett and
the
I.
Monday,
Chris,
yeah.
you remember we were at the club. Remember we were drinking, doing shots.
Yeah, and they made
Sunday night baseball.
Yeah,
Obama
Phillies
came
Mets.
on. I cheered Obama the first time ever in my life. Probably the last. But I was
First
very,
and
very
last.
happy for him and for the country. It was a great
Yeah,
evening.
that's awesome.
I did actually some math on this. May 2nd, 1865, U.S. President Johnson offers a $100K reward for the capture of Jefferson Davis.
Yeah.
If you would do the math and the inflation, what would $100,000 equal to
God.
today?
550,000.
What was
4.5 million.
Yeah, I'm gonna say up into 2 million.
I'll say about 6 million.
3.4.
Oh wow.
Damn.
I mean,
Matt,
I thought that dollar amount back then, man. 1865, you don't hear 100K thrown around. You know what I mean?
God, no. Jeez, in the shape the country was in then.
Matt, you said I think today on the radio we would have found him.
Oh, yeah. We'd have hunted him down. Would have been harder to find Jefferson Davis or Obama. Bin Laden. Sorry. Yeah. No, I'm not really that sorry.
Yeah. Well, May 4th, 1970. I was always intrigued by this. And I've told you several times before, I'm not much of a history guy, but this always intrigued me. The Kent State, 4 students were shot and killed when National Guardsmen opened fire on a crowd of over 1,000 who were protesting President Nixon's invasion of Cambodia.
I didn't even know that. I've never even heard of that.
And that protesting started I was reading up on it like in 1966, and tensions got worse. And then I guess they had kind of extended over into Cambodia, and that pissed them off. And then they were also pissed that the guardsmen were on campus, and then it just got out of control, and then I think they said 28 guys just started firing rounds in there, and 67 shots in like a minute, and 4 people got killed.
Damn, I didn't even know that. I've never even heard of that.
Talk about an intense overreaction.
The flashes.
Oh, that's all. And you know what too? It said when I was reading, it said that the guardsmen, of course, they feared for their life. But they said they had a list of the one of the kids that got killed. He was 71 feet away. A lot of people, that was the closest one to them, and they were saying that a lot of the people that were injured were like 300, 400 feet away.
So how they had weapons, they couldn't have possibly feared for
they had rocks, and they were throwing tear gas back at them, and that was it. But that was the birth of that song by Crosby, Stills, Nash and Young, Ohio.
Yeah.
The line in that song, 4 dead in Ohio. So.
Jeez.
Oh, wow. You know what? I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm. And they wrote that like a week after that. They came up with that. So that's where that song came from.
Did not know that.
Job, I was gonna bring this up. That's funny you pulled that up. May 6th, 1937, German airship Hindenburg burst into flames near Lakehurst, New Jersey after a transatlantic voyage. Yeah. 36 of 97 die. That's a lot of survivors, actually, for that absolute fireball disaster.
Yeah, was that? Yeah, it was a giant fireball.
Mm-hmm. Right there. Check it out.
There was a survivor, or there were survivors?
Yeah,
a lot.
More than half.
Wow.
Well, I guess actually it didn't. The bottom.
Oh, you see him running out.
So they evacuated the thing pretty quickly, but yeah. Can you imagine being up in that?
You guys ever been in a blimp?
No. Never been in.
Never was.
Not sure I'd ever do that.
They never crash. Do they?
Like, I'd be honest,
I get on it.
I equivalent to like a hot air balloon. You see those things going down. Screw that.
Titanic survivor interviews. Look at that. That's got to be an old one.
Oh, she looks like the
Wicked
Witch.
She looks like Mrs. Bundy in The Birds.
Oh, you know what? That's funny.
Birds, holy shit!
I do want to say something.
Great
about
movie.
That.
Go ahead,
what do you got, Jeffrey?
Well, no, you talked about birthdays. I seen this Tracy Lords.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. First and foremost, I didn't know she was from Steubenville.
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, I didn't know who the fuck Tracy Lords was. So I had to look her up. Didn't realize.
Oh, is she an actress?
Yeah.
Well,
very good actress.
She went in under 18, right? I think she was like.
That's what they say.
Yeah, but she wasn't
like
even of age when she was in porn movies.
Yeah, and then I remember that. And then once they discovered that, then they had to pull every Tracy Lords film off.
See, I didn't know that either, though.
Chris, I said, is she an actress? And he said, very good actress.
What were your observations of her?
Well, that, and then I'm trying to right here.
More mainstream.
What she was in? I was a huge Married with Children fan. What was she in with that?
She was in that, but I can't remember what her character was.
And then the other thing that I seen when I Googled her today was, you young bucks will definitely not know this, but remember, this has been a long time ago. We were brought up Showtime and this HBO Showtime, that kind of stuff. And your dad mentioned, man, just went completely blank. Dave, who was Superman Dave?
Super Dave
Osborne.
Yeah.
Okay, and then this chick was in Tales from the Crypt. Do you guys remember Tales from the Crypt?
Oh yeah.
I couldn't believe it was like a
that
blast
skeleton thing.
Yes,
Joe, look up the guy.
Dave.
Well, unless you're going to show this Hindenburg thing.
No.
Look up the guy from Tales from the Crypt. Like, just put in that skeleton guy. The hair and what a.
I can't believe some of
look at him on the right over there. Yeah, that guy. Look at him. I've seen some guys downtown look like that.
Yeah,
by that bus
I've
stop.
seen a lot of them.
That's crazy.
Tracy Lords was in a movie called Sharkensaw. Sharkensaw Women's Prison Massacre. It's a 2015 horror sci-fi.
I wonder what she did in the
Is that
prison.
based on a true story?
It seems like it. A shark in Arkansas.
Arkansas. And she's from
All right.
Steubenville High.
Yeah,
Very
the
impressive.
pride of Steubenville.
Legend.
Hey,
Great porn star.
Her real name is Nora Louise Kuzma.
Kuzma.
Bingo.
Kyle
There's a
Kuzma.
lot of Kuzmas around here.
Hank Kuzma, wasn't he a coach up there, I think?
Kuzma,
Hank
that's crazy.
Kuzma.
Who? Wait, who?
Chopper's like, God, you're boring me.
No, I was looking at these birthdays trying to figure out who I like the best on here.
Frankie
Henry
Valley.
Cavill.
Yeah, he's
Witcher.
a good dude. Yeah, a couple on here.
Frankie
I'll
Valli.
just read them so everybody see.
It's a
The
big
Rock, David Beckham, Ellie Kemper, Princess Charlotte, Frankie Valli, Adele, Henry Cavill, George Clooney, and Tracy Lords.
I'm gonna go really left of center. So Dave Beckham, obviously every woman like fucking bows down to that dude. Do you find his wife fucking that hot like people do? She's very spice girl.
I gotta look.
What's her name?
I don't know. I feel like as her age, a lot of times I like the girls when they age, but I don't know. Something about her I'm not
Do you
wild
think?
about.
Do you,
No,
I don't think she's ugly by any means.
But I wouldn't think.
But I'm
to
not,
me, I don't think she's
not
that attractive.
Like one that I'm saying, oh, this girl's
Oh, yeah, I
amazing.
agree.
She's okay.
For David Beckham, who
Very
once again,
mid.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah,
you
right.
know
Not
what?
very attractive at all, right?
I feel like she's gotten like worse as time.
You know what I think?
Plastic
like her at
surgeries
all.
and shit.
I was just gonna bring that up, Matt. I said
face.
a lot of.
Yeah.
I think a lot of what happens to like beginning middle-aged women is they think, oh my God, I'm starting to look older, so let me prevent myself from looking older. And then when they prevent themselves from looking older, they just look worse
They
than
look
what
like him.
Yeah.
100%.
And
Yeah, you're right.
I think like I
And I wasn't pointing at Jubb. I'm pointing at Tales from the Crypt guy. I promise.
Poor
I
guy.
think that like my very first thing, like if my mom watches like reality TV stuff on TV or whatever, like award show or something, I can pick out a girl that has had work done instantly. Like you instantly can tell somebody if they have like
their lips, they don't
lip
move
filler.
right. Their eyes,
Yeah,
like everything.
I think that's such a
It never moves.
like
It's
I think
stuck
the
in
natural
place.
human form, like aging, is. And now some people look like dog shit when they get older, but not everybody. I think a lot of people age well. I think like
yeah.
I
think
agree with that.
regardless of who you are, what you look like, I don't think you should try to
How do you think the Cyclops
stave off.
Minotaur aged? He was
He
alright.
didn't.
Cyclops.
But Jubber, I agree with you. I think a lot of times the natural age progression is way better than what the fucking
Oh, yeah.
people try
no
to
doubt,
do.
Jeff.
Yeah.
I think that's attractive women who don't do things like that to themselves is a good move most of the time.
I agree.
They get better looking with age. A lot of
Like
them.
they're right
Oh,
there.
it's
You put in
Renee
like
Zellweger.
fillers and stuff like that. It's
Disaster.
crazy, man.
Disaster.
It is true though.
Oh, my gosh.
I mean, she was
Is
beautiful.
that John Van Ark?
No. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I mean, you look
That's
at like
Knots
that's
Landing.
horrifying.
if
Yeah,
you're
we're
just
not
watching
Knots
this,
fucking landing.
if you're just listening to this,
What a
this is from
show.
the Mexico Cosmetic Center, and they're doing the
So sad.
they're doing a before and after of people in media that had plastic surgery
Looks
done.
like a kid
like
from
a-
Wheeling.
It looks like a fucking
Dalton.
catfish. Yeah, that's a
Yeah.
good call, Chris.
I mean, look at her.
Courtney Cox
mean,
is
I don't
sick.
understand
But-
why
but-
she did
But
that.
what was wrong with before?
I
She
know.
looked fine. She's now.
Is that the lady? She's from
Friends.
Friends, yeah.
You can instantly
uh,
tell.
Yeah, she was hot.
So
Oh, I don't want to sign up.
Hey,
You can instantly tell when
Who
these.
was that girl?
No idea. Like, look at her
She's,
chin. Her chin doesn't even look real.
No.
she's a
Heidi Mark.
yeah,
Don't
she's
know
an
her.
idiot. She's a fucking idiot. is
Oh,
what she
my
is.
gosh.
This is Katie Price. I don't know who that
Look
is.
at her on the left. What are
My
you
God.
thinking?
Right.
What are you thinking?
I mean, minus the hair. I mean, everything else. Fuck.
Woo.
All right, there we
Who-
go. That's better. Oh my God,
Rourke?
Mickey Rourke.
Yeah, well, he's
Yeah.
a disaster anyway.
Oh Jesus.
That looks like
I
a
mean-
mask.
That looks
That
like
does-
it's
that
not
looks
even
like
the same
Halloween
dude.
mask.
No.
Let's see.
Oh, gosh.
Is that Priscilla?
Presley? Yeah.
She was talking about beautiful
Yeah.
too, man.
She was
She's
good looking in
gorgeous,
the
yeah.
Naked Gun movies, and then
It looks like a
she looks
skeleton.
like they look always look
gross.
swelled up.
Yeah,
Yes.
like the cheek
The
looked
big
like she got
cheekbones.
like ate like peanut. Oh,
Oh,
carrot
he
top.
couldn't look good no matter what
No,
you did
no,
to him.
Carrot
So just-
top.
God.
He could be the world's ugliest human.
He eats sheet metal, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, look at that.
Now that's not too bad.
Melanie Griffith.
Yeah,
That's not horrible.
I've seen worse.
Oh boy.
Oh,
Oh,
for Christ's
gosh.
sake!
Don't tell-
Versace.
Oh, my
Versace.
God.
Oh my God!
That's vomit worthy.
The dog catcher would not let her in the car. Like, that's
Like a
hideous.
kicked-in pumpkin, man.
Oh.
That's unbelievable.
That's gross.
Unbelievable.
I've
Pumpkin
never heard a
festival.
kicked-in pumpkin.
Oh, God.
Let's,
I
That
got
was
one of these
funny,
all
yeah.
day.
let's see if there's any more of these on here. It's just you can immediately tell, and it's just horrible. It's horrific.
Oh my gosh.
It's like a fucking dude.
That's the dude from Shrek, Jub. The woman from Shrek.
I
what's
agree
her-
with you, though. Your first
Yeah,
statement was
she
right. It
looked
looks
like
like the
Shrek.
dude.
Just,
Jesus.
some of these aren't horrible, but
Terror.
I mean,
She's a mess, too.
Yeah, she
Who's
is a
that
mess.
girl?
They're
Oh,
not
the
even the same
Kardashians.
people
Okay,
anymore.
yeah.
They had so much fucking work done. They're not even the same people.
Look at that.
Oh,
man.
That's the worst
Joan
one.
Van Ork.
That's just
Yeah, that's
awful.
bad.
sorry,
Oh
this
my
is not
gosh.
great for just listening, but go watch this on YouTube. Go fast forward, and you can
Wow.
listen to us.
Don't do this to yourself.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
get surgery.
Wonder how much they spend on that because they have.
Well,
so
if they
much
go to
money.
Mexico, they get the cheap job and they might get kidnapped.
Kidnapped.
Yes, they
cut
kidnapped and
apart.
killed,
Murdered.
and then
Yeah.
they all of a sudden say, "Oh, I'm
So
sorry."
you're gonna go
Are
in
they-
there
are
nice.
These
Wrong
people,
people.
did they do this to keep up with the Hollywood younger people, or they have so low
I
self-esteem?
think they just had
Like,
the-
who tells them that's a good idea?
I agree with that, Chris.
Like, where does
100%.
it come from? Like, and I'm sure there's a shit ton more pictures that we would see that would be like, oh, she looks worse.
Yeah.
And I don't get it, but that's
Idiots.
fucking Hollywood.
Yeah. What do we know?
And a lot of times, even look at that picture right there. She looks way older with the work done.
Yeah.
But
She
she looks
does.
like a baby girl over there to the left. That's crazy.
Now, have you ever seen where they botch the surgeries and like people like inject themselves with like fry oil and stuff like that?
Yeah.
It's horrific.
Fry oil.
Let me see if I
Fry
can
oil.
find
You know
it.
how much
Yeah.
money is in this
They
stuff?
all
though, man?
vegetable fry oil.
It's all cash. There's no fucking insurance. There's so much money to be made in this shit.
It's like that show, Nip Tuck.
That's it.
Oh, good God! Oh, for Christ's sake! That's
I'm
that's
gonna put that.
that's
right.
horrifying.
Something long.
Although I'm not really
very
sure
long.
So this girl, and
looks like
I watched
Ladonna.
this.
She looks like one of those dogs.
Wrinkly dog, yes,
One of those fucking
Shar-Pei.
dogs. Yeah.
Shar-Pei.
I guess I'll just
Massive.
show this because why not? But
Korean
so
woman
she injected herself with cooking oil, and
Good.
it-
You know what? Good.
so
Not
that's
enough.
What,
Not enough.
That's what she originally
No
looked
way.
like.
Hong Miku.
Yep, that's what she originally looked like, and then
Hong
that's
Miku.
on the left there. That's
Don't feel bad for it.
I mean,
Holy
either.
shit.
It's
It
like
doesn't
even
look
like.
a real
Why
person.
oil?
I don't know.
Did you guys see there's two new TikTok challenges to piggyback off of this where the kids are putting eggs in microwaves and they're coming out and smashing them on themselves and they're getting like second and third degree burns.
that's good.
Fucking
No, I haven't
dumb.
seen that.
Yeah, and then there's also something where they're taking spray cans to make like flamethrowers.
Oh yeah, I've done that before.
But I'll be honest, that's just not smart
No,
either.
no.
Because
Horrible.
that shit
Hell no.
sucks back up in and then blows up the can.
I watched a dude. He had a bottle of like rubbing alcohol, and it comes out in that stream. Like it's got the real small nozzle on it, and he sprayed it into a candle, went right up the stream, blew the whole bottle up. I don't know what happened to him, but it was horrible.
Yeah, there's like a 15
Couldn't have been any worse than what happened.
No,
to
that's
her.
what I'm saying. That's what made me think
Yeah.
about
Also,
it.
I
That's what
forgot
made
to
me think
describe. If you're just listening to this woman went from a beautiful young woman to
She's got elephantitis.
yeah,
she looks like the elephant.
Yeah, she
man.
looks like the Shar-Pei dogs.
Chris, how many beers?
You know what, Jeff?
There ain't enough
It'd
on-
have to be.
on the next
I'd have to
6
like
solar
do, to, like
systems.
do a speedball with heroin. I couldn't
You'd
do
probably
that. No.
consider men before that.
Yeah,
Literally.
Yeah,
yeah,
seriously.
Literally.
Yep,
That's
unbelievable.
horrendous.
But here's the deal. Once again, if you're injecting, what did you say?
cooking oil.
Cook it. You fucking deserve it. You deserve it. 100%.
Well, Job, thanks for ruining my dinner. So I won't go home.
You don't
and
want to
eat
go
that.
eat Chinese
No,
after
no,
that?
jeez.
Hey,
Cambodian.
yeah, real quick, while we're still on here, I want to give a shout out to the West Liberty men's basketball team for sending us a signed Elite 8 ball that we're going to put in here in the office to the Pine Room podcast, to our friends that was signed. West Liberty got all the guys' signatures on here. 2023 NCAA Division II national runner-up. Cool stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll hang that up.
I
in
thought
the-
I saw
Thank you.
you and Watchdog at the playground shooting with that ball
Yeah,
earlier
yeah.
today.
Can I ask a really dumb question? And I can't look a gift horse in the mouth. That is very, very nice of them to do that. Is it a girls' basketball?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Doesn't it look kind of small?
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it probably just one of them autograph balls. It's
Yeah,
got
yeah.
the men's stamp of Elite 8 on it, which
I
would
just
be,
it just looks.
Yeah,
but
well,
nice.
yeah, they
autograph
probably
ball.
saved a few bucks by making it.
No,
the
but it was
girls'
very
ball.
nice. I'm not dogging it.
No,
It just
no,
it looked like a girl's ball. Yeah,
I
just thought
couldn't.
that was-
I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Job
know
couldn't
either
palm
way.
it and
I
dunk
guess it
it.
doesn't matter because we're not going to go use it.
No,
Like,
true.
so-
Hey, we got a basketball down here.
Yeah.
Nike one. It's actually
Oh,
pretty
and
nice.
then we have a bobblehead, a new bobblehead to the collection.
Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, Coach Mulkey for Baylor Bears with her trophy in
I
hand.
like her earrings.
Yeah, cool stuff.
Yeah, she sent us some shirts too. We got to get you yours, Matt. You
Oh,
know.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
she got
pretty
you
cool.
one.
Ready
It's
to
really
represent.
nice. It's really cool to start seeing some things like that we're
I wonder if
connected
she'll
to.
ever listen to this show. Hopefully,
She might listen to
When
talk
she's
about
traveling.
botched
Yeah.
plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Well, what's up, Coach?
Hey,
if you're listening?
I think our quote of the week really encapsulates what the hell
Good,
we were
Jarrett,
talking
take it
about.
away.
Yeah, take it away.
From Albert Hubbard, he says, "Every man is a damn fool for at least 5 minutes a day. Wisdom consists in not exceeding the limit."
I like it.
Nice.
That is
You can
very
be
solid.
Goof
Very,
offs
very
like
solid.
us, but
Yes.
you know when it's enough
we
is
exceed
enough.
that limit every fucking day.
Well,
At least I do.
I would say at
I-
least.
I do.
Well,
I
at least
do.
for an hour and a half of us sitting here, I think.
Yeah.
I'd-
Well, but
literally.
we shed a lot of light on
Yeah,
things today.
yeah.
I think everybody who listens to these shows learns at least something.
Even if it's not exactly the most useful knowledge, you
No.
bring it. You can bring some kind of knowledge.
you
your
learn
life.
you got to
not
take her
to
off
use
the screen.
vegetable
Yeah, don't
oil.
use
Take her off the
vegetable oil.
goddamn
Yeah.
screen.
It's unbelievable.
Make it peanut oil. We don't want it turned out as bad. Hey, we gotta give a tribute to Gordon Lightfoot too. So,
Yeah.
Gordy passed away
great-
today.
Yeah.
Not Gordy Longshaw,
Yeah.
thank God, but
Yeah.
Gordon Lightfoot.
Yes,
We're really-
Canadian
we're,
crooner.
We're upset about this. Next time Jim is out and we're all there, we're gonna have to have him sing it twice.
It's just
in
gonna be
honor.
all Gordon
Candles.
Lightfoot.
Matt
out.
said it was devastating.
It was.
It was.
Could barely go to work today.
Hey, his legend
Yeah.
lives on from the
Chippewa
Chippewa
down.
Yeah.
The big lake
They
he
call
called
Get Ya
Gumi.
Gumi.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Anything else to wrap it up with?
No.
Any hot pick, cold mug? Anything you
good.
want to end the show on?
No, sir. I think
Nothing.
I'm good too.
Happiness.
Let's go Bucks.
Yeah, all
Let's
right.
go Bucks,
Well,
yes.
let's just do that. Let's go Bucks. If you're not aware, go. If you haven't listened to the first 2 times I said this, listen up now. Go to the pineroomshop.com. New gear, flip-flops. You got tank tops, shorts, swim trunks, bathing suits.
Botox kit.
Yeah,
Yes.
We're
cooking
putting in there
oil.
next.
Fish
Yeah.
oil.
Yeah, all kinds of stuff. Go to the shop. If you haven't listened to our radio show, Mondays from 2 to 3, Tuesdays and Thursdays from noon to 3. Listen to us. Call in, text in, 717-7927. I got it in my my head now.
In my bread.
Yeah, in
Can
my
you give me
bread.
that number again? I want to save it. 304
304-717
717.
7927.
And that's going to be the
That'll be the Pine Room text line.
Text line.
Text in to the show. Send us an email, the Pine Room Podcast. Contact thepineroom.podcast.com. Follow us on social media at the Pine Room Podcast. And if you haven't, like I said, if you haven't listened to the radio show, you can go back and listen to all of our archived ones on YouTube. They're all on YouTube, and go listen to it. We got hundreds of hours of stuff you can listen to. But we appreciate you coming in to listen to us today. Coach, Jesus, why do I keep saying Coach? I keep pointing and saying Coach.
It's all right.
Jeff,
It's a compliment.
Matt, Jarrett, Chris, myself, wish you a very good day. We love you very much. And we'll see you
Good
here
night,
next
everybody.
time in the Pine Room.
Bye.
Good night.
Well, it's that time. The coolers are empty, the food's all gone, and the games are over. But that's all right. There's always next week. Follow us on social media to keep up to date with future shows and send any questions, comments, or topics you'd like us to discuss to contact@thepineroompodcast.com. Until then, we'll see you here next time in the Pine Room.